mynews.studio.
Smoke curled above Blue Creek as the Yurok tribe reclaimed 47,000 acres. What does land truly mean when it's returned?
Today is 2025-06-11. The Yurok tribe's land return isn't just another conservation story. We're talking about the largest land-back deal in California history. 47,000 acres along the Klamath River, right?
That's right. It's a transfer that doubles the Yurok's current land holdings. But it's about more than acreage. The Blue Creek watershed, at the heart of this deal, is central to Yurok identity. It contains sacred sites, traditional trails, and it's a thermal refuge for endangered salmon. Why would that matter so much?
Salmon have been collapsing across the West. Blue Creek's cold water is critical for their survival, especially as rivers heat up. But for the Yurok, it's also about restoring ceremonies, traditions, and spiritual connections. Barry McCovey, their fisheries director, said Blue Creek is very culturally significant. So when land is returned, you're not only restoring habitat, you're reviving a way of life.
And it's a model for what's called the land back movement. Let's remember, the tribe lost about 90% of their land during the gold rush. Now with this deal, they're healing that historical wound. Tiana Williams-Clausen, their wildlife director, put it directly. Reacquiring these landscapes allows the tribe to heal, not just the land, but themselves.
How did they pull this off? $56 million isn't pocket change. The financing combined conservation grants, carbon credit sales, and that federal New Markets Tax Credit program. It's a mix of public and private money and market-based incentives. Could other tribes use this sort of approach?
In theory, yes. The Western Rivers Conservancy bought the land first, so the tribe had time to secure funding. Then it was transferred to Yurok ownership. Other governments and communities could adapt this by creating partnerships, offering tax incentives, and valuing carbon sequestration as an economic asset. It's flexible if you have the right players.
But what happens next? The Yurok aren't planning to manage this land like a timber company. They'll use traditional methods, controlled burns, prairie restoration, removing invasives, planting trees, tools developed over centuries. Joseph James, the tribal chairman, said no words can describe how it feels to see the land come back. But what's the practical impact?
It's a shift in stewardship. The focus is on ecosystem health, biodiversity, and sustainable harvests, not just extraction. The tribe's approach ties cultural revitalization to ecological work. Ceremonies return to Blue Creek. Salmon habitat gets restored. Tribal members get jobs and pass on knowledge.
So, it's not just about the past, it's about the future. Jobs, education, and a living culture. And on a global scale, this story resonates. Indigenous-led conservation is increasingly recognized as crucial in the face of climate change and biodiversity loss. Can this inspire other land-back efforts?
Definitely. The Yurok deal is part of a broader movement for Indigenous land rights. It shows that, with creative financing and partnerships, significant land returns are possible and sustainable. The world's watching to see if this model spreads.
So to sum up, the Yurok tribe's land return is historic in scale and meaning. It's cultural, ecological, and economic all at once. The deal structure could be a template for others, but at its core, it's about people and place, restoring both for future generations.
If land is history, memory, and future all at once, what does it mean when it's finally restored? Thanks for joining us and unpacking this story.
Thank you for listening. This episode was powered by the mynews.studio. Try now for free.